Ever wish that you had a script for how to speak to a man in a way that makes him feel seen and appreciated and even more connected to you? We've got great news because today I'm going to share with you 4 of the most powerful phrases that you can say to a man that will melt his defenses and draw him closer. What I love about this is while we always want to be authentic, we always want to be coming from our true self, having words in a relationship, the right words at the right time, those are the tools that help us build great connection, that help us build a great relationship. And there are certain phrases that are super effective at helping people open up, lean in, and want to be even closer. These 4 phrases help a man feel emotionally safe. They help him feel respected. They help him want to draw in closer to you, because when you speak his language emotionally, he will open up in a way that can surprise even himself. And so let's dive right on in. The first phrase that you want to say to your man is, "That makes sense." Simple and yet highly powerful. What this phrase is all about, it's about empathy. It's about validation. It's about understanding his experience and soothing his nervous system, especially when he's stressed out. So when are you using this phrase of "that makes sense"? You're using it when he's stressed out, because it's an empathy phrase. It's helping him calm his nervous system. And so let's say he's coming off of a really stressful day and he's been working all day. The two of you haven't seen each other all day. Here's the challenge. Often, if you haven't seen him all day and you've had a day where potentially all the things that you've been wanting to tell him are building up in your mind. My wife was telling me, she goes, "It feels like a balloon, Matt. It feels like my mind is swelling up like a balloon. And the moment I see you, I want to relieve the pressure and just tell you all the things that I've been thinking about." And if I've had a really stressful day, that is where some conflict can happen. Because the one thing that I want is either to just decompress myself or to just get some understanding about whatever it is that I'm going through. So sometimes I'll come home after work and I'll be telling her about my day. And if she can just hear me and then say, "That makes sense," oh my gosh, it creates a space in me for me to receive everything that she's got. So one of us has got to be able to lock in and ground and hear the other person, validate what the other person is saying, and then that opens the space for deeper connection. So knowing that when someone feels validated, it actually, and research shows this, it reduces the stress that person is experiencing just by them feeling understood and seen. So let's imagine that he launches first and he's just talking about his day, how stressed he is and what's going on. What not to do is stack the stress, where you hear him and then you deflate your own balloon of stress and you're like, "And we're going to meet your parents this weekend. Remember, we got that barbecue. I need to get a new dress. We need to do this. The roof is leaking, so we need to call the person to fix the roof," and start going through the laundry list of things that have been stacking up, all the to-dos, and you're stacking that on top of the stress. That's what not to do. And he shouldn't do this for you either. Whoever goes first and launches into their stress, the other person is called to just validate, help them feel seen, give a little bit of space, and then after the stress reduces, be able to launch in of, "Okay, here's all the things that I'm holding." So here's what to say instead. If he launches in with stress, you can simply say, "I'm so sorry to hear that. That must be so stressful. I can totally relate to what you're going through," or "I can totally understand how stressful this must be," and then just let it be for 10 minutes. You'll notice his stress will reduce. His capacity to help you with whatever it is that you're holding on to will go up, and you'll be able to go through those, and the two of you will come together in even stronger ways. Understanding is the first act of love. It doesn't mean that you don't get your needs met. It means that you simply honor the timing of the emotional experience. And if you can help him feel seen first, then he's going to naturally want to lift some of that weight off of your shoulders when you're sharing what's going on for you. The second phrase that draws your man in is this one: "I really appreciate you for." This phrase is magic, and it can be really tough to do when your mind is focused on all the deficiencies, all the things that he's not doing, all the ways in which maybe he's not showing up. But the irony is, if we focus on the way that he's not showing up, that actually makes it harder for us to get the things that we want in a relationship. The way to actually inspire someone to show up more is to call out the ways in which they are showing up, even if they're leaving a lot to be desired. I was playing with the kids after work one day. We had played in the toy room. I'd had them take showers, and now we're outside jumping in the trampoline. And the toys were left out. They were not picked up. The towels were left on the floor after the shower from the kids. And now we're going to play. And in my mind, my plan is we're going to jump for 15 minutes. Then we're going to go clean up the toys, clean up the towels and all of that. And my wife comes outside and she had it that day. She had been cleaning up after everybody and picking up after the kids. She comes out and she was like, you guys, I'm feeling so frustrated right now. Like I am the only one who picks up the toys. I'm the only one who picks up the towels. I'm the only one who does X, Y, Z. And I could notice in myself two things. Number one, I noticed that she was right about the toys and the towels. And there was a part of me that wanted to argue for the things that I had done that day. Part of me wanted to say, well, I cooked breakfast this day and I cleaned up the kitchen after breakfast and I emptied the dishwasher and I put all of that stuff away. And I was the one that took the car and blah, 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 blah. See, the moment someone goes into feel defensiveness or criticism or attacking somebody else, the other person's natural human instinct is defensiveness. My wife comes out that day and says, hey, you guys, I just want to celebrate whoever it was that helped put their clothes away upstairs. That helps me so much. I have so much gratitude for whoever put their clothes away upstairs. And like little Bryson was like, I did it. She said, and I would love your help. I noticed the toys out and I noticed the towels out. Will you please be willing to put those away in the next 30 minutes? And we're like, yes, of course. And it was shorter than 30 minutes. We were done in 15, put those things away, and then everybody was happy. If you focus on what you appreciate, you will amplify that behavior in him. I really appreciate it when you take me on date nights. Would you be willing to plan one for us this weekend? Instead of, we never go on date nights anymore. You're never planning anything anymore. Immediately it's going to push him away and he'll get defensive. So focus on the things that he's doing right and he will do more of that. The third phrase that acts like magic with men is this one. Can I get your help with something? See, men need to be needed. We need to be necessary in the relationship. And one of the ways in which our masculine energy loves to be needed and necessary is to help you with something that matters to you. Why? Because we love you. And when we can help you with something that matters to you, then we have provided something that is worthwhile for you. It helps make you happy, helps make your life easier. And that feels so good to us. But here's the catch. Sometimes we don't know exactly what you're asking for help with. So the clearer you can be, the better. This often happens when you're experiencing a challenge, you're venting about something, and your man's not quite sure what help you're asking for. We assume you're telling us this for a very specific reason. Like you're asking for our help. That's why you're talking about the challenge that you're having. Let's say it's a challenge at work. And there's this person who's helping you with this project. And you're saying that the person hasn't responded to any of your emails. And now you're behind pace and you're worried what your boss is going to do. And you're talking about how frustrated you are. And your man is thinking that you want advice on how to solve this and get the project done. He's thinking, well, maybe you can text the person who's trying to help you. Or maybe you can call the boss and give the boss a heads up about what's going on. And then your man thinks, well, wait, maybe you don't want advice. Maybe you just want compassion. You just want to vent. Like you just want him to hold space. And then his brain goes, no, she probably wants advice. And so he's like, well, why don't you just text her? Why don't you text her and get her feedback? And then you blow up and you're like, I did text her and that's not what I want. And he's like, dang it, wrong answer. Now, if it's something easy, like I want your help with this project and it's straightforward, great. But often the biggest support that we love is when we can help you when you're in emotional strife, when you're stressed out or frustrated about something. So what's great is you can help him be really clear about what it is that you want. If you want help on the project, you actually want advice, you can say something like, hey, can I get your take on something? I'm really curious how you'd handle this. Woo, he's gonna love that. Or if you really just want emotional support, you say, hey, can I just vent about something? I just need to get this off my chest and I just need you to be emotional support right now. Great. Now he's got a bullseye. Now he's got a map to your happiness, and there's nothing that masculine likes better than to follow that map and help you experience the happiness that you want. And the fourth phrase that you can use that is magic with men is, here's what would help me feel really close to you. I love this because of how clear, how direct it is. And I'll give you an example of where this comes from. My wife and I were brushing our teeth, getting ready for bed. I hear this from her. She goes, I feel really distant from you. And when she said those words, I feel distant from you, it was like alarm bells went off. And I just felt this my heart sank. My stomach kind of came into knots. And I'm hearing the words inside. My mental dialogue is, dude, you have failed. You suck as a partner. This is your fault. You've been working so hard. She doesn't feel close to you right now. You've drifted apart. Your marriage could be ending soon. Like this is all like rapid fire in the brain. Like it's all going real fast. And then there was this wave of defensiveness. I was like, wait a minute, I've been working super hard. The first time I'm hearing this is now when you're feeling like we're not super close. Why didn't you give me warnings? And you could have helped plan date nights and so on and so forth. I can't be everything to everyone, so on and so forth. And I paused all of that thought and all of those emotions. Instead, I took a deep breath and I said, well, tell me more. What is it that you mean? And she goes, well, I'm just really craving a date night with you. I'd love to feel closer. We've been hanging out so much with the kids. I'd love to go on a date night. Would you create that for us this weekend? And I was like, yes, I would love that. I would love to go on a date night with you. So many of us have been trained to speak to the problem first, expecting that the person is going to jump in and solve that problem. Speak to the problem first. I don't feel close to you. But often that can come across as an attack. It can come across of you're not doing a good job. Way better, especially with masculine energy, is speak to the desire first. You can talk about not feeling close, but the first thing to bring up is here's what I would love. So for my wife to say, hey, you know what I would really love? You know what would help me feel even closer to you is a date night this weekend. Now, she's not responsible for my thinking, but communication is the response that we get, and we can help each other by communicating with really great phrases. Because remember, men are built to want to win. We want to provide you with happiness. We want that clear map of where to go and what to do to create the kind of relationship that you want. And so starting with what the outcome is that you want, and then say, not going on a few date nights, I'm not feeling as close to you, and this will really help me, will absolutely give him the path for how to not only win with you, but deliver in a way that brings you two closer together. These phrases represent communication with intention. And when you communicate with intention, men feel it. These phrases rise above playing games. They're not manipulation. Instead, they inspire connection. So I encourage you to use these phrases and watch him step up, watch him open up, watch him show up even more powerfully in the relationship. And my question for you is, what kind of phrases have you found to be really effective at drawing you two closer together? I think we're gonna have a whole lot of fun in the comment section on this one. Here's to your amazing love life. Here's to the deep connection that you're experiencing with somebody that you love. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.